Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and today and for the next couple of days, we're going to continue from last week looking at modal verbs. Today, specifically, we're going to be looking at must, can't, and have to. As usual, I will be trying to explain the rules of using these modals, and then students will take turns doing a lot of exercises to familiarize yourselves with the use of these modal verbs. Julia, come on back. Okay. All right. Where's everybody today? Okay. Well, excuse me. Come on in and join the class because we have a lot of material, and I'm gonna start. Come on in, plenty of room. Okay, modals, must and can't. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get started. Please join the class as soon as you can. As you join, I'll greet you, and if you have any questions as I proceed, please stop and ask. There we go. Hello, Constantine. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Thanks. Okay, it's Monday, you know. Okay, let's get started here. I'm going to do a screen share. Constantine, it's just you and me for now. Plenty of room in the class. If others would like to join us, just come on in. Okay, we're looking at must and can't today. All right. First use of must is to say that you believe something is certain. That is, using must to show probability, and of course, the speaker is sure of 100% probability. Okay, something like this. You've been traveling all day, you must be tired. All right, so logically the speaker believes 100% that this must be true. Okay, here's a common phrase. Joe's a hard worker. Joe? You must be joking. He doesn't do anything. Okay, this is a very common colloquial expression. You must be joking. You can't be serious. Oh, there's can't. Okay. All right. So I'm sure Sally gave me her address. I must have it somewhere. Okay, again, to show that 100% possibility. On the opposite side of the spectrum, you use can't to say you believe something is not possible. For example, you've just had lunch. You can't be hungry already. So the opposite end of the spectrum, 0 probability. They haven't lived here for very long. They can't know many people. Notice the structure, the subject noun, then the modal. Okay, then the infinitive form, the base form of the verb, to either the verb to be or the base form of another verb. They must get, they can't know, they must have. Okay, it's got to be the base form. You cannot ever have like a gerund. Must getting, must knowing, can't having. It's not possible. What you have to do is, if you want to do that, you have to use the verb to be, then your gerund or ing form. Okay. Others have joined the class, so let me say hello to Carolina. Hi, Carolina.
Hello, teacher. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am okay too. Thank you for asking.
Great. Good to see you again. Hello, Bruno. Welcome to the class.
Hello, teacher. How are you? I'm good.
I'm doing okay. Bruno, I can hear you very clearly, but the volume is a little low. Okay, if there's anything you can do to fix that. If not, it's okay. I can hear you. I'm getting old, you know. My hearing's not so good. Anyway, welcome to the class. Also, let me welcome V. Hi, V.
Hi, Oakley. I'm rather sad that you just admitted that you're getting older.
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me sad, so you shouldn't worry about it either. I don't care. It's okay.
I don't believe you don't care.
It's okay, really.
You must care. You must care.
Yeah. I must be getting older. I can't be getting older. I must be getting older. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Let me continue. If you guys have any questions as I proceed, just don't be shy about interrupting me. You must interrupt me if you don't understand something. Okay, let's talk about the past for, again, talking about probability. Okay, the structure must have, and then past participle of the verb here. Here the verb to do, the past participle is done, or can't have, and then same past participle. For example, there's nobody at home. They must have gone out. All right. The speaker here is 100% sure that they left because they're not there. Well, that's logical. Okay. All right. Past tense, probability. We used to live very near the high motorway. Okay, used to. When we use the used to structure, it shows that this does not exist anymore. Either it's a habit or an activity that you no longer do, or it's a fact that's no longer true. Here, a fact that's no longer true. So past tense. Did you? It must have been noisy. Okay. And can't. Sarah hasn't contacted me. She can't have got my message. By the way, with got, Americans sometimes use another, excuse me, past participle, gotten. For me, it seems more natural to say she can't have gotten my message. Either way, either is acceptable, got or gotten as the past participle of the verb get. Again, the structure, subject noun, then the modal, then have, this is going to show the past tense, and then the past participle. Again, past participle of the verb to be, if you want to follow it with a gerund, or just a straight up past participle. It's possible to use couldn't have instead of can't have. Sarah couldn't have gotten my message. Of course, could rather, is the past tense of can. I can do 10 pull-ups. Actually, no, I can't because I'm getting old. So I have to say I could do 10 pull-ups when I was younger. All right. Tom couldn't have been looking where he was going. He can't have been looking where he was going. Actually, you can do it either way. Grammatically speaking, it's totally acceptable. It's speaker preference. Okay, let's do some exercises. In the second half of class, we're gonna look at must again, and we're gonna look at have to as well, and compare them. But for now, let's make sure we got this information down. So let's try this. Must or can't. You're going to fill in the blank with must or can't. For example, you've been traveling all day. You must be tired. All right, Constantine, number 2.
That restaurant must be very good. It's always full of people.
Okay. So you were 100% sure. That's the meaning there. Great. Carolina?
That restaurant must be very good.
Wait.
It's always, no. Mustn't be very good.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, surprise. Surprise ending there. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, you got it. You got it. All right. I knew you'd get it. All right. Yes, you can say that restaurant must not be very good. That's perfectly fine. Or you can say that restaurant can't be very good. Either one, actually. All right? It's possible to use must not here. You're in the present tense. Yes. Okay. Bruno, how about number 4?
I'm sure I gave you the key. You must.
Yes.
Mas é.
Must or can't? 50-50 chance.
Yeah, you must have it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked in your bag?
Okay, the speaker is sure that you have the key.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100% sure, as opposed to 0% sure with can't. Oh, okay. V, how about number 5?
I often see that woman walking along this street. She must live near here.
Okay. Now, obviously, maybe the woman works there. We don't really know, but the speaker's sure. So, as in so many cases in English, the verb tense or choice of adverbs or choice of a modal depends on the speaker's perception of reality, not necessarily reality. Okay, that's an important point. Okay, so the speaker's sure of that. I'm not. Then maybe the woman works there. But hey, it's up to the speaker. Constantine, number 6, please.
It rained every day during their holidays, so they can't have had a very nice time.
Okay. Personally, I would say that they couldn't have had a very nice time it's okay. As I said before, it's okay to say can't or couldn't here. Again, speaker's choice. My choice would be couldn't, to emphasize the pastness, I guess I could say, of it all. Carolina, number 7.
Number 7. Congratulations on passing your exam. You must be very pleased.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Great. Bruno, number 8.
You got here very quickly. You must have walked very fast.
Okay. All right. Notice must have walked, past participle. This is actually in the past tense. Okay. That's it. It works though. V, last one here, 9.
Bill and Sue. This is Sue or Sue. Okay.
Sue.
Yeah. Bill and Sue always stay at luxury hotels, so they must be short of money.
Okay, yeah, they must be.
Instead of be short of money, can I say they must lack of money? Is that the same?
They must lack money. You could say that, but you know of. It's not necessary to use of.
So if I use of, so they must be lack of money. If you use of.
No, not that. Okay, they must have a lack of money. You would have to use lack as a noun if you wanted to use of. But
Yeah.
normally speaking, you wouldn't. You just say they must lack money. On the other hand, here, V, the speaker could say, assume because they stay at luxury hotels, maybe they can't be short of money. Maybe they would assume, instead of assuming they spend all their money, they would assume they have plenty of money. But I don't know. We don't know because it's out of context. We don't know. Either one would actually fit here. And one other small thing, luxury. That it's the sound, like television,
Yeah.
luxury.
Luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
Thank you.
weird jet sound.
So, what is the adjective? Sometimes the luxurious.
That's it.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try some more. Okay, make it a little bit more difficult and challenging here. You're going to add a verb, whatever you think is going to work. So you're going to have to think about it. Maybe it may be one or two words. 2 words, as in the first example. I've lost one of my gloves. I must have dropped it somewhere. But maybe not, as an example 2. Their house is very near the motorway. It must be very noisy. You guys are going to have to figure it out. Constantine, number 3.
Sarah knows a lot about films. She must go to the cinema a lot.
That works. Great. Good job. All right. It's a straight base form of a verb following the must. Perfect. Carolina, number 4.
I left my bike outside the house last night and now it's gone. Someone must have stolen it.
Okay. Must have stolen it. Must have taken it. Must have ripped it off. Okay. Any of those? Sure. That's it. Very good. Past tense, must have, and then the past participle of the verb. Good job. Bruno, number 5.
How old is Ted? He is older than me. He must have been at least 40.
Well, he must have been earlier or now.
Actually, it's now. No, it's
Yeah, it's now.
yeah, it's now. It must be.
Yeah, that's it. Because we have how old is Ted, present tense. He is older than me, present tense. He must be at least 40, present
Yeah,
tense.
he can
That's
say.
it. Okay. Alrighty. V, number 6.
I didn't hear the phone ring. I must have fallen asleep.
Okay. Must have fallen asleep. I must have been asleep. Great. That's fine. Past tense with have and then a past participle. Either one of those would have worked. Okay, number 7. Constantine, back to you.
You are going on holiday soon. You must be looking forward to it.
Beautiful. You got it. I'm impressed, Constantine. Good job. Okay, very, very common expression. The whole darn thing is a colloquial expression in English. You must be looking forward to it. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, look forward to is a 3-word phrasal verb, by the way. Phrasal verbs are no different than any other verb. Phrasal verbs, of course, being verbs that are 2 or sometimes even 3 words. They function no differently with modals than any other verb. Same rules apply. Okay, good job, Constantine. Carolina, number 8.
Number 8. The police have closed the road, so we have to go a different way. There must be an accident. They must have been an accident.
Yeah, probably in the past the accident occurred. Yeah. Right. So there you go. Okay, you figured it out in the end. Okay, Bruno, number 9.
I'm sure you know this song. You must have listened it before.
Okay, you must have listened to it before,
Yeah.
or you must have heard it before. Be careful using heard, hear, heard, and listen, listened, because with listened you have to use, you can't listen music, you listen to music.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
All right. You got to use to there. Okay, V, last one. How about number 10?
There is a man walking behind us. He has been walking behind us for the last 20 minutes. He must have been following us.
Or he must be following us.
Must be following us.
Yeah, right now he's following us.
Must be following us. So what is the difference if I say must have been?
Well, I might assume that he's not following you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it doesn't say that. It says he's still there. He is walking behind us. Actually, the key here is in the first sentence. He's walking behind us right now. So I know that he must be following us. Scary. They've got a stalker. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to read about the situation, and you are going to make assumptions. Go ahead. Feel free. Go crazy. You're going to make assumptions using must have and can't have. For example, number one, we went to their house and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. They must have gone out. Notice that you've got clues here in the parentheses. You've got a subject noun and a verb, maybe even an object noun. Okay. Number two, Sarah hasn't contacted me. She can't have got my message. Or, frankly, again, all right, she couldn't have gotten my message. All right, you have options. Okay. Number three, Constantine.
The jacket you bought is very good quality. It must be very expensive.
Yeah, it must be. Okay. Great. Perfect. All right. Carolina, number four.
Number 4. I haven't seen our neighborhoods for ages. They must have gone away.
Good. Good job. Another phrasal verb, go away. So, gone away. They must have gone away. Good job, Carolina. One small thing, just small adjustment to pronunciation of neighbors. The OURS ending is just it's like an ER ending. It's no different than an ER. Bigger, smaller, neighbor.
Okay, how can I pronounce?
Same way like an ER ending in a comparative adjective. Bigger, smaller, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Yep.
Neighbors.
Yep, that's it. You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Bruno, number 5.
I can't find my umbrella. I must have left it in a restaurant last night.
Yeah. And Bruno, be careful about the R in restaurant. Restaurant. No.
Restaurant.
Yeah, you don't want to give it an H there. Okay. Good job, V. Number 6.
Number 6. Amy was in a very difficult situation when she lost her job. It must be not easy for her.
It must not have been easy for her.
Must not have been easy for her.
Yeah, the not comes before the have. Must not have been. I should not have gone to the dance. I will not be going to the dance. I can't have known that. I couldn't have known that. I could not have known that. So that's where the negative goes. Okay, notice that it must not have been easy for her. We can also say it can't have been easy for her. Speaker's choice. No difference in meaning. Whatever feels right to you sounds right to me. Okay, one more round of these. Constantine, number 7.
There was a man standing outside the cafe. He must have waited for somebody. Must have waited.
I'm going to say that wait is something, an action that takes a long time. I mean, that's the meaning of the verb.
Must have been waiting.
There you
for
go.
some-
That's right. So in order to use that ing, I'm going to have to use the verb, the past participle of the verb to be, been, then add waiting there to, to show it was took a long time. Continuousness. Carolina, 8.
8. Rachel did the opposite of what I asked her to do. She can't understand what I said.
Well, in the past, because she already did it.
Okay, she must have understood.
She must not.
She must not have understood. She must not have understood what I said.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if you got the past participle of understand. Understood is correct. That's good. Understood. Also, Carolina and everybody else, that's fine. Your pronunciation is correct. All right?
Mhm.
You are not wrong. However, I just want to help you out. Most native speakers, especially Americans, would tend to reduce pronunciation of asked because it's hard for us to say. Okay? So even we reduce it to more like asked. All right? We kind of drop the K sound. It's okay to do that.
Okay,
Sure. Bruno, number 9.
When I got back to my car, the door was locked. I must have forgotten to lock it.
Okay. It was unlocked, right? But
Yeah, I told that to unlock.
right. Okay. V, number 10.
I was woken up in the night by the noise next door. My neighbors must have had a party.
Must have had a party, maybe. Must have been having a party, maybe. Probably must have been having a party, V, because,
The whole night.
well, the whole night, yeah, maybe. But anyway, because they were woken up, an interrupting action. When we talk about one action which interrupts another action, all right, we're going to use past tense, or in this case, passive simple past, but that's fine. And the interrupting action will be in simple past tense, or simple passive past tense. And the longer action, sleeping, or the longer action was having a party over a period of time, and at some point the party, bing, instant action woke them up. Okay, so I think I must have been my neighbors must have been having a party. Is probably better here. Okay. Break time. Go get a cup of coffee. Come back. Just kidding. All right. Now we're going to compare must with have to, because this is often confusing for people. So we'll look at must, have to, don't have to, etc. Okay, hang on. Let me screen share, and here we go. Again, I'm going to talk to you for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever. If you have any questions, please interrupt me, and I'll be happy to try to clarify any information. And once again, when we're done, we'll try some exercises. Make sure we understand. Okay, have to. I have to do something. It is necessary to do it. I am obliged to do it. Obligation is the key word here. You are obliged to do the thing. All right, you can't turn right here. You have to turn left. Okay, I have to wear glasses for reading. All right, so there's no... All right, it's necessary for you to do it. There's no law that says you have to wear glasses for reading, but you're pretty much obligated to do so if you actually want to read. Robert can't come out with us this evening. He has to work late. All right, well, that happens. They all have to work. All right. Past tense. Notice here, last week, Tina broke her arm and had to go to the hospital. It was necessary. I haven't had to go to the doctor for ages. Okay, notice the structure, have to, and then past tense, had to. In questions and negative sentences, we are going to use the do, does, or did auxiliary, okay, for the present and past simple, which without have to, we need to use do, does, or did for present and past simple in questions and negatives. So it's really no different than the normal rules for using present and past simple tenses. For example, what do I have to do to get a new driving license? Excuse me. Sorry. Side note here. British call it a driving license. Americans call it a driver's license. Not that that has to do with the lesson, but just so you know. Okay, Kieran doesn't have to work Saturdays in the negative. This is the form, does, and then not. Of course, contracted to doesn't. Then have to, then the base of the form of the verb. Notice the verb's the same thing. The verb is following, have to turn, have to wear, has to work, had to go. Notice it's the base or infinitive form of the verb every time, following. Why did you have to leave early? Okay, like that. Okay, you can say I'll have to, future tense, okay, I will have to, or the other simple future form, verb to be, going to, and the verb, have to, and then another verb. I'm going to have to buy some soap, whatever. You can also use it in conjunction with a, you can use it with a simple future. You can also use it in conjunction with another modal, might or may, to show probability. So I might have to, work later this afternoon, to show that there's a 50-50 chance that you'll be obliged to work, that it'll be necessary to work. Okay, all of these basically, with might or may, you're still talking about a probability in the future. It's understood you're talking about the future. Okay, examples. They can't fix my computer, so I will have to buy a new one. I'll have to buy a new one, or it doesn't matter if you use will or the going to future simple structure. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to have to buy a new one. Really doesn't make any difference here, but okay, I will maybe has a sense that you just thought of it now, and that you're predicting that you're going to buy a new one. I'm going to have to buy a new one has a sense that, okay, you're making a plan. But really, to the listener, hardly matters at all. Okay, with might, Tom might have to work late tomorrow. Tom may have to work late tomorrow. It makes no difference. Speaker's choice if you want to use may or might. May slightly more formal, but really no difference in meaning, in context at all. Okay, all of this looking at have to, showing obligation or necessity. We can also use must in the same exact way. It's later than I thought. I must go. I have to go. No difference in meaning between these two short sentences. I must go. I have to go. No difference at all. You can also use them interchangeably again to give your opinion, really, to show that your opinion is 100%, you think this. For example, I haven't spoken to Sue for ages. I must phone her. Or I have to phone her. Again, interchangeable. You can use either structure. What you're saying, you're giving your opinion 100% sure that you should do this thing, whatever it is. And sometimes we use it in kind of polite language, like the second example here. Mark is a really nice person. You really must meet him. You have to meet him. It's a little bit more polite way to recommend something. Oh, you've never been to Barcelona? You really must go. Okay? I'm not commanding you to go when I say that. Okay? I'm not ordering you to go. I'm giving my opinion, and I'm making a suggestion with a strong opinion. All right? It's not an order. It's actually quite polite. Okay. All right. Moving on. We also use have to. Very similar idea here, not going far afield. We use have to say someone what someone is obliged to do. Not giving an opinion. I have to work from 8:30 to 5:30 every day. It's a fact. This is not an opinion. We generally, okay, in this case, it's possible. Now, grammatically speaking here, it's possible to say I must work from 8:30 to 5:30 every day. But for this particular kind of meaning, talking about something that's an obligation, but it's a fact. You have to do it, okay? I have to drink a lot of water when I'm teaching Verbling classes because all this talking, I get dehydrated. All right. It's just a little too formal for me talking to you to say I must drink a lot of water. It sounds just a little bit too formal and it sounds a little strange. Grammatically, it's perfectly okay. And frankly, because it's slightly more formal, I might write that to you in an email as opposed to have to. Okay, writing is always a little bit more formal than speaking. So there it may seem okay. Okay, for example, all right, if you see on medication or something, must be taken with meals. Okay, you would never see on a medicine bottle some kind of medication. You would never see has to be taken with meals. Why? Because must is a little more formal. There you go. Okay. There you go. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I forgot this was even here. Right. Written rules and instructions. Okay. Things like in your employee handbook at work, you're going to see must instead of have to. Things like that. All right. And here's the biggie. All right. Here's the big one. If you learned nothing else, learn this today. You cannot use must for the past tense. It is simply impossible. So instead, we simply use had to. That's it. Okay, that's the big one. You just can't use must to talk about the past. Obligation in the past. Okay, back in elementary school, we had to take off our boots in the hallway before we entered the classroom. That's it. Past tense. There's no way for me to use must here. And sometimes the mistake I hear is we must had to, which doesn't make sense. You're just repeating yourself. Okay, and also mustn't and don't have to are completely different. All right, mustn't. You mustn't do something. It is necessary that you do not do it. Don't do it. You must keep this secret. You mustn't tell anyone. So don't tell anyone. You mustn't tell anyone. I promised I would be on time. I mustn't be late. I must be on time. Right? Opposite. That's it. You don't have to do something, however, means it's not necessary. You can do it if you want, or not do it if you don't want. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't need to, but you can. You don't have to tell Tom what happened. I can tell him myself. But if you do tell Tom, so what? Okay. I don't have to be at the meeting, but I think I'll go anyway. Okay. You good or not? It's up to you. So totally different. Must not and don't have to. Total different uses. It is also possible, just to confuse you a little more, it's possible to use got with have, just like we can use have got, I have got brown eyes, to show usually possessive, something you have. You can use have got to instead of have to. For example, I've got to work tomorrow. I don't know. I have to work tomorrow. Maybe often when we say it, just the expressiveness, our intonation, often we use got to to add emphasis. I've got to work tomorrow. I can't take the day off. I've got to be there on time. We sometimes use the got to, and we throw in a little extra emphasis and intonation, stress on gut, just to add some oomph to it. Okay, question form. When has Helen got to go? When does Helen have to go? There you go. Okay. Let's try some exercises. You are going to, rather, use have to or has to. Again, conjugating the verb. I have to, they have to, we have to, he has to, she has to, it has to. Or past tense had to. For example, Bill starts work at 5 a.m. He has to get up at 4. All right. I broke my arm last week. Did you have to go to the hospital? Stupid question. You broke your arm. Of course you had to go to the hospital. Okay, Constantine, number 3.
There was a lot of noise from the street. We had to close the window.
Okay, there was noise. So past tense, we had to close the window. Good job. You got it. Great. Carolina, number 4, please.
Karen can't stay for the whole meeting. She has to leave early.
Very good. That's it. Again, she, he, or it has to. That's it. Okay. Now, notice, okay, she has to leave early. You're basically, you're talking about something that's going to happen in the future here. Karen, in the future, will leave the meeting early. Okay? But you're using the present tense, but really you're talking about the future. Okay, Bruno, number 5.
How old do you have to be to drive in your country?
Okay, very good. Perfect. Question form uses do. Yeah, all right, good job. All right, V, how about number 6?
I don't have much time. I have to go soon.
Okay, well then, that's a very common sentence. Very, very normally spoken conversational sentence. I have to go soon. All right, Constantine, number 7.
How is Paul enjoying his new job? Does he have to travel a lot?
Perfect. Excellent. Does he have to travel a lot? By the way, if it was, you are perfectly correct, but as an example, if it was past tense, how did Paul enjoy his old job? Did he have to travel a lot? Not had to. We're going to use the did to show the simple past. Just wanted to make that point. Carolina, number 8.
Number 8. I am afraid I can't stay long. What time do you have to go?
Yeah, okay. Again, same thing you did last time using basically present tense, but you're asking about the future. Yeah, that's it. Good job. Bruno, number 9.
The bus was late again. How long did you have to wait?
Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Great. Okay. V, number 10.
There was nobody to help me. I had to do everything by myself.
Was that have to or had to?
Had.
Had. Okay. Had to do everything myself. Okay, very good. Because
Instead of by myself, can I use on my own, like your previous lesson? Everything on my own. Is that okay?
Instead of by myself?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think about that. I had to do everything on my own. Yeah, sure. Okay. By myself, we use this kind of adds a little emphasis, I guess. Actually, really, no, not really any difference. The way you said it or the way it appears there. Okay. Now, let's do another exercise. We're going to use have to, plus you're going to choose one of the verbs on this list here. Some sentences are positive. I have to do the exercise. And some are like negative. I don't have to do the exercise. If I don't want to, yeah. Okay, remember, you have to. That shows you're obligated 100% to do it. You don't have to, but you could. But you don't have to. Okay, as in number 1, I'm not working tomorrow, so I don't have to get up early. I can if I want to, but I don't have to. Steve didn't know how to turn off the computer, so I had to show him. Look, past tense. Okay, so not only have to, don't have to, but it could be past tense. Okay. Constantine, back to you again.
Excuse me a moment. I have to make a call. I have to make a phone call. I won't be long.
Okay. Yeah. And frankly, Constantine, most native speakers would just say, I have to make a call. I wouldn't bother to say phone either. So, you know what? You were more right when you made a mistake, really. Okay. Good job. Carolina, number 4.
I am not too busy. I have a few things to do, but I have to. I don't know which verb I can use. I'm not too busy. I have to. Sorry,
Probably
teacher.
do.
Do? Okay.
The verb is going to be do.
I have to do them now.
Yeah, but he's probably he's not too busy. I have to do them now. Well, okay, possibly. I don't know the context, but it would seem more natural here with it in the context to say I don't have to do them now.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, I can do them later.
Because he is lazy.
Because he's human. All humans procrastinate. Okay. Bruno, number 5.
I couldn't find the streets I wanted. I did have to ask for some. I did have to ask somebody for directions, or I had to.
You are only going to use do or does or did for questions or negatives. Okay?
Okay.
So you don't need it for a positive statement. So it is past tense though.
I had
had
to.
to
Okay.
ask. That's it. I had to ask somebody for directions.
Okay, I have seen actually you English speakers usually use did, for example. I did drive yesterday, something like that.
Okay, I'm glad you asked me that, Bruno. Very
That's
good point.
why I
Okay.
tried did.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you brought that up because I always forget about it because I know why we do it and I know exactly what you're talking about. Bruno, we do that, but we only do that to add emphasis, and usually there's going to be accompanying intonation. I did drive down that street yesterday. Okay, usually we're doing this because we're making a correction. You never came down the street. I did drive down that street at least 10 times. I went up and down. I did, over and over.
Okay.
Okay, so where I'm correcting and I'm really emphasizing that did to show a correction and to emphasize it. I love you too, I love you. No, I love you more. I do love you. You don't love me. I do love you. I really do. Okay? Emphasis. It adds emphasis. That's why we do that. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. I always forget about that. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem.
All right. V, number 6.
The car park is free. You don't have to
You don't have to what? It's free.
you don't have to pay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You don't have to pay to park your car there. Because I usually use some objects behind pay, so I felt a little confused.
Yeah.
Usually,
Right.
I usually use you don't have to pay a fee or something.
Okay. Or you don't have to pay to action. Park here is an action. The infinitive. You don't have to pay to swim in the park.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Constantine, number 7, please.
A man was injured in the accident, but he didn't have to go to hospital because it wasn't serious.
Perfect. Very good, Constantine. You're absolutely correct. One small note. British speakers would say he didn't have to go to hospital. American speakers would say he didn't have to go to the hospital. Americans use the with hospital. Brits do not. Slight difference there. Okay, Carolina, number 8.
Jane has a senior position in the company. She have to make important decisions.
Well, okay, but you got the right
She
word.
has
Yeah, there you go.
to make.
Conjugate.
Okay.
She has to. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Bruno, number 9.
When Patrick starts his job next month, he has to drive. I don't know the verbs. I need to see.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Scroll.
Yeah, we have drive here.
Drive. Yeah. So I
Drive
just
is the verb.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. He has to drive 50 miles to work every day.
Okay, and Bruno, because we're talking about next month here, this is quite...
we will have to.
There you go. Very much in the future. Okay, again, a lot of times you say things in present tense and you're referring to the future. That's very common. However, if you're going to go ahead and use some kind of phrase or or clause or word that means far in the future. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely, you're going to use future tense. Or, he will have to drive 50 miles, or he is going to have to drive 50 miles, whatever.
Okay.
All right. Must can be wrong. Yeah, okay, in this next exercise, you have to tell me, is must okay or not? For example, number 1, it's later than I thought, I must go. Yeah, all right, fine. I think it would be more natural to say I have to go, but okay, grammatically speaking, it's okay. Number 2, I must work every day from 8:30 to 5:30. Oh, I have to work. Okay, well, frankly, yeah, I would use have to in this first one, but hey, that's just me. Maybe either one is okay. V, number 3. Maybe natural or unnatural or wrong. There may be more than one option. Okay, just
I think you have to come and see us again soon.
is this natural or unnatural?
Because it is not your obligation. You can come and see if you want, but if you don't, it's okay. So.
Okay. Well, actually, this is a very polite expression and very, very normal. It's a little bit formal even. It's very polite. This sentence as a whole, you can learn the whole thing. When your guests are leaving, you must come and see us again soon. It's very, very polite. Socially acceptable. So it's natural and it's right. Constantine, how about number 4?
Tom can't meet us tomorrow. He must walk. I think it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Unnatural.
Grammatically, it's okay. Grammatically speaking, it's okay, but I agree with you. It sounds a little unnatural. Yeah, a little too formal, really. He has to work. Is much more how a native speaker would say it. All right, I agree. Carolina, how about number 5?
Number 5, I must work late yesterday evening. I think is I have to work late yesterday evening.
I had to.
I had to.
Yeah, H-A-D. I had to work late. Yeah, because there is no must past tense. It won't work at all. So this is just plain dead wrong, completely wrong. That's number 5 is impossible. Okay, Bruno, how about number 6?
I must get up early tomorrow. I have a lot to do. So I think it's wrong because it's a future tense. It would, as for me, I would correct for I will have to get up early tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. You have a point, and the way that you correct it is correct. Okay. But I think number 6 is actually, this sounds perfectly normal to me. I must get up early tomorrow. I have a lot to do. All right. You have a point. And, okay, it's a little tricky. When, again, as I was trying to say it before, when to use a present tense, even though you're talking about the future with a modal, or when to use will or whatever, future tense. There's not exactly a rule, and it's up to the speaker. So if you think it sounds better to use a future tense, then you're right. It does.
Okay.
Then that is correct. If it sounds okay to use, if you're usually, I mean, the general guideline is if it's soon in the future, it's okay to use a modal present tense to talk about the future. If you're going to use something like, a month from now or in the year 2022, then you're obviously going to have to use the future. It becomes obvious. But how far in the future do you want to skip to the future tense? I don't know. Sorry. Don't really have Don't really have an
Okay,
answer there.
but
Up
if
to the
I
speaker.
said, but if I said I will have to get up early tomorrow, it's right. You can
It's
understand.
perfectly correct. Yes, I can understand it, and it's probably more correct, really,
Okay.
because technically it is the future, so technically you're more right. Okay, V, last one here.
For this sentence, I think I have two options. The first is she must have worn glasses since she was very young, and the second is she had to wear glasses since she was very young because this is the past tense. But so I don't know which one.
No, you're right. She must have worn glasses since she was very young, right? That's possible. Or she has had to. Here's where you have that tricky has had.
Oh.
Okay?
She has had to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Has had to since she was very young. Okay, well, we are out of time, so I would like to thank everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
See you again
Bye.
later. Bye for now.
Thank you, teacher.